The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's got a first down and inside the midfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Mike's by four, Mike's by four, Mike's by four. Come on, you better bring it.
From the 35 on second down, Haskins, T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 35 on second down, Haskins. He's got it to Hilton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Haskins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And now it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on second and long. Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And he's got his man Hilton. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Out of the gun, Geis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Mike's 54.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. T.Y. Hilton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Panthers out there and ready even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
59, ready. 25.
On 1st down, Ryan. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. To try again after the sack. Ryan, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. A toss right to Geis. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A big play there out of Geis. 41 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, joint.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matthew Ioannidis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. This is McCaffrey. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he slings one that's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ryan flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another wayward pass. You know, but how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. You go tight. You got tight.
This is Geis. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Haskins. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On third and goal, Haskins off to Geis on the screen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here? And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. He'll buy some time right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. One last shot for Ryan. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working.